natural evolution of languages, or should we just try to first to understand how things are happening before we can take any kind of action?
Well, it's first what you said. For example, when a language is preserved in a different context, normally they are economically very strong, like French, and the other ways they are isolated. And well, what I've seen I know a few examples where they are maintaining the language. I didn't want to use the word preserving. I wanted to use maintenance, but it is linked to something. For example, there's one village. We did some research in Mexico. There's one village that is in a it's called the language is called Purépecha, and it's and all the villages around are becoming Spanish, but this village still speaking Purépecha, and all people there are bilingual. And why? We were asking. It seems that it is because of a conflict of the fields to the other language, because only people from this village have the right to grow their crops, and and from this village are only the peoples who speak Purépecha. And I know another case of Nahuatl, and I remember that the Papago, it's people who are living in the border to the United States, are still maintaining their language because they have the right to stay in the United States and in Mexico. So the language is their passport. And
very important to keep.
Yes.
And it's really and there are other languages. Of course, they have a lot amount of monolingual speakers like Miche, Yucatec, Mayan, and so on. Well, I wanted to bring in another concerning referring to your Irish case. There's a concept we are working on. We call it, would say in English, McConnell said common competence. That's when we know the Chomskyan competence, and the communicative competence from Delheim, the other interaction competences, and so on. And this common competence, in Spanish we said facilidad compartida, because it's the most easy way I may speak to another person. For example, and this is changing from moment to moment. It is not as static as linguistic competence. So if, for example, here in this place, the most easy way is to speak in English. So that's what we would say that's the highest common competence here in this place. But when you are alone, you speak Catalan. When I enter the group, you may speak Spanish, and so on. And so we have, according to different groups and different topics, have different common competences, which is mostly different to the individual competence. And if the common competence is very strong in a specific language or a mix of languages, so this may be maintained for a while in in some place when these people are among themselves, then when they have domains where they meet and so on. Right. I think this maybe just for a time maintain a language, but we cannot create a common competence in this way. Where it was the case, I think Israel, with all the people moving from other countries there, and the only thing they had together was Hebrew, because they knew it from the Bible, they knew it from the Old Testament, and so on. And this was easy to maintain. But now the situation, I think, has changed, because there are a lot of Russian-speaking people there, and there are a lot of people who do not speak Hebrew who speak Hebrew, but their common competence is just more Russian. And so perhaps there will be changing something. I don't know the case of Israel, but I think this is, well, something more. It's a big web of factors and so on that has to be considered.
I don't know if someone wants to ask us something else or not. If not, maybe we should close the session, because tomorrow we have to work again. So we invite everybody to be here tomorrow morning at 9:30 in Aula Magna. 9:30 tomorrow, yeah. And Professor Francis Heiligen will be the first one speaking, so I think it's important to be there. Okay, thank you very much for your...